Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 coverage of the Tournament Capital Open in Kamloops, BC. Coverage brought to you by Okanagan Discmania. You're listening to Park Pro. This is our first go at this, so hope you guys enjoy. On camera, we had Braden Asev from Flame Flow. We had Braden Smith. We had myself. That's Andre. I'll be doing commentary for you guys today, as well as Jesse. And Jesse, who do we have today?
Yeah, we've got a great card here with Thomas Gilbert, the signature Canadian touring pro, Casey Hanemayer, who's also was touring at this time from Cranbrook, British Columbia. Duncan Schulz, the local boy from Kamloops, playing for Discmania. And finally, Andrew Henderson, who is with Okanagan Disc Supply, also nearby in Salmon Arm.
Yeah, it should be a great card. Few locals, few touring pros, so that it's nice to see. So let's get started with hole one. This one is actually a combination of the two holes. If you ever play Mcarthur, it's hole 2 and hole 3. It's a long one. There's OB on the right, to the right of this cart path, and then there's OB to the left where these the trees are, the willows, and then OB all the way around the basket. So this one, if you're not on the fairway, it can be pretty punishing.
Yeah, absolutely. I did not play the Tournament Capital Open, so I'm not familiar with the tournament layout, but it looks like an early OB here could be a bogey at best situation, just based on the shape of the fairway, trying to access that protected green. I suspect we'll see Thomas play a pretty big shot here with how open it is.
Big shot indeed. Look at this one go.
Be careful there.
Mashed it. Watch out for the OB on the left.
He sneaks through the trees, which is really lucky because I'm sure any kick in from that willow could go anywhere, including into that OB.
Casey Hanemayer up next. And he mashes. It looks like it might go OB though. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, it's and a very friendly kick off of the fence. Casey not known for throwing too many flippy shots, so I'm not sure that had something to do with the weather or what.
It's extremely windy today. This was a very windy. Duncan Schulz with a little bit of cut roll in the fairway, though. He'll be a little short. He'll have an upshot, and he's got to watch out for that OB long.
Yeah, Duncan luckily to get back to the center of the fairway there. And Andrew also leaving his low. He's going to scoot up right beside Duncan. Probably needing about a 400-foot shot still. And not trying to get too aggressive with the green with that OB. I suspect we'll see Duncan put a more aggressive move on it. He's one of the longest throwers in Canada, if you didn't know that. Yeah, we see him give it enough height to get that lateral movement back left.
But this got danger to the left.
It's a little bit shorter than I expected, and
it looks like he's... We'll see what the
Spotter's
spotter
running.
says. Safe. That's a good shot.
Casey with a look at the basket after his fortunate kick. I think that's a distortion from him. Smart to try and play the wind with a disc like that.
Oh, no.
And that's got to get lucky.
That must have been a misrelease.
Oh.
That's OB to the left.
Yeah,
to the left basket.
Overstable disc and just started it a little too far left.
Thomas Gilbert with his approach.
Oh, yeah. And Thomas looks like he's setting up for a birdie there.
And you can just hear the wind howling here.
Yeah, you see that lift instantly out of Andrew's hand, but a great thrown approach from him. And you see the wind push that one down from Duncan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one floated.
You can really hear the wind now, and you see that every player's put a jacket or hoodie on other than Thomas. Wind definitely going to be a factor for the rest of the round.
Yeah, that wind, it got up to about 65 kilometers an hour at its peak during the day. So that's some pretty windy conditions.
Well, Casey tapping in his bogey with Andrew and Duncan. Smart play, getting their pars after some lackluster drives.
On to hole 2. It's a short one, only 191 feet, par 3, but there's OB to the left, It's actually in regular play, it's OB to the left, but they made it an island hole for the Tournament Capital Open. So you can see here where these fellows are putting away from. That's the island there. Bricks on the right are also OB. And you can see Gatsky make a big putt.
Yeah, shout out to Greg.
Thomas is up first.
Yeah, this hole should be play interestingly in the wind because the safest play is to push the island as far left, but that gives you the scariest death putt towards the OB.
Oh, did he roll out? It looks
Thomas
like he
did roll out, and now he'll... Is there a drop zone on this hole?
There's a drop zone on this hole, yeah.
Yes, because if there was no drop zone, having to play that from the farthest left side of the island would definitely be layup territory for a lot of players, and a great shot from Duncan there.
Yeah, he really played that wind. He got a little high. I was a little bit worried, but came right down by the basket. Andrew Henderson. Looks like he might go short. Short OB.
Yeah, definitely a lot of thought into these shots when there's wind, sometimes too much thought. And there's Casey goes out as well.
One of four made the island. Andrew Henderson with his drop zone shot. Gives it a conservative bid. Casey Hanemayer wisely laying up.
Yep.
Thomas Gilbert also laid up prior to those guys. Duncan with the lone birdie on hole 2.
Yeah, it's like we said about that OB line. Conceding the bogey immediately. Not much thought from Casey to try and play with that wind the second time on the same hole.
Hole 3, it's 412-foot par 3. There's OB to the left. There's a fairway over there, and there is this tricky mando between the bamboo shoots. I think just preventing guys from going to the right and to the left. So that makes it a little bit of a tight window coming out here, and most players will play this out to the right here and hope for it to flex back into the green.
Do you think we'll see any of that in the wind? I guess you'll already know, but I definitely suspect some forehands to just make the gap and bail out to be safe. Playing for 3 here.
Duncan up first after his birdie.
Duncan makes the mando, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And he got some of the crowd jumping. Thomas up next. Oh, that's a bad break. He made the mando.
Okay, he's lucky because remember those new PDJ rules for mandos.
Yeah.
If that had made the mando and then rolled and curled back around the outside, that would still been out. Little tense moment for Thomas maybe, and Andrew throwing the shape that I think is intended in a calm day, and he's seeing maybe getting a little too much turn to come back because of that wind.
Casey also hitting the bamboo. He gets a good break. He's out to the right, out in the open. Thomas with his upshot. He's still got a little ways to go.
Yeah, how far was the mando from the tee? Because it looks like he's probably got close to 300 feet left still.
Yeah, I'd say it's about that.
And a bigger skip than he probably wanted, but a well-thrown shot from Thomas. You could really see the willows moving to show how much wind they're fighting with right now.
Casey Hanemayer with his upshot. Keeping it nice and low. That's a great placement. He just hits the bottom of that hill and lets it roll over to the other side.
Duncan showing off some Frisbee skills with a nice touch. I'll give him probably about a 25-footer.
Andrew Henderson had the best drive.
Yeah, little jump putt half bid for placement from Andrew. Smart play.
Thomas for par. And he makes that.
Yeah, great conversion for Thomas. Tough to want to putt uphill in wind like that. The more you expose the bottom of that flight plate to the wind, the more reaction you'll get from it. But nice confidence stroke from both Thomas and Duncan.
Casey Hanemayer gets his par.
Guys talking about giving each other more anxiety. I'm sure there's enough of it with the wind. I'd like to know how that played versus par in the wind. So obviously these are some of the best throwers on a long and tight par 3. Not even a serious look for birdie for anybody.
Yeah. Big shout outs to Okanagan to Supply. Thank you to them for providing the opportunity to give you guys this coverage today. And we're moving on to hole 4. Hole 4 is a bit of a forehand hyzer, I'd say. Not a lot of danger. You just kind of got to keep it up and out of the right-hand side where it is OB. However, there is this raised basket. It's elevated. It can be tricky, especially in this wind.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we'll see anybody trying to throw touch turnover shots in wind like this, so expect some overstable crashing forehands and some conservative play around this elevated basket.
Duncan Schulz up first. And there's that forehand.
Yeah, that's a one shot.
Yeah, that's going to look good.
Thomas likely looking to do something similar. If I'm not mistaken, that's a mid-range from Thomas versus Duncan's driver.
Andrew Henderson, he looks like he might have bit off a little bit on the right.
Yeah, just pushing that tree line a little too tight.
He is in bounds.
And this will be an A3 from Casey. And that's a well-thrown shot. A little tight still, but a different shape on the shot lets him have a little bit better look at it.
Andrew Henderson makes his birdie putt.
Yeah, no matter how close you are, I'm sure that's probably about 25 to 28 feet. Those elevated baskets definitely get the blood pumping in the wind.
Oh no, Casey sails over the basket. He's going to want that one back.
That's exactly what we just talked about. Now with a longer comeback putt, the pressure's on for Casey. And same mistake again. Not sure which way the wind's moving here. Typically, a tailwind will push your disc down, so aiming high in that tailwind is typically the play. But when he's done it from both directions high, gotta think that might be a little bit of nerves. Makes his 3-putt.
Sneaks that one to the basket. Thomas Gilbert making no mistake on his birdie putt.
You do see his putter lift a little bit mid-putt, though. Aiming slightly low, making a good connection there.
Duncan Schulz taking an extra second.
Yep.
Oh. That's changed out to the left.
Yeah, that's disappointing for Duncan, but I would say that's likely just a missed putt. Smart to take your time. It's always better to take your time than not and wish you did, but an unfortunate miss for Duncan.
Hole 5 is 198 feet. Another, moderate to short hole. Much like a lot of the holes out here at Mcarthur. It's a par 3, but there is OB to the left and to the right in these pond areas.
Is it the pond or the fence line?
It is the fence line.
So pretty tight little landing zone.
Yes.
What is that?
I believe that's inside circle 1.
Yeah, that's less than 30 feet left to right. Likely trying to find the biggest part of the fairway. A little bit short or a little bit long based on the angle of attack here.
Thomas Gilbert after his birdie.
Ooh.
Nice low skip.
Thomas playing safe here. Could definitely have gone for a little bit more, but that all but guarantees the 3 for him.
Andrew Henderson looks like he might go a beat. Oh, bounces off the fence.
Riding the fence. That's 2 fence rides in 1 round so far. And then Casey now.
Duncan Schulz.
And he's out the backside.
Looks like he's safe.
I thought that was Andrew's disc, but I guess we'll see in a second.
Casey Hanemayer.
Casey throwing PA1 he liked so much. Again, playing like Thomas with the little short one. Give yourself a chance at a putt and a guaranteed 3.
Thomas Gilbert from about, I would say, 50 feet or so. Off the top.
Off the bend, a good confident run.
And the roll. Okay,
good
he's
set,
safe.
good set. Outside circle look for Duncan here, looking to redeem himself after that last putt.
Looks like it was out of bounds, so that was his par putt.
And an unfortunate air ball with a 15-foot comebacker.
Casey Hanemayer needs this putt for birdie.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Casey get something going, rightfully taking his time with the wind here, getting a better read.
Nice putt.
Yeah, and a great recovery after that last hole.
That looks like it was just inside of the circle. A good recovery putt from Casey gets the birdie.
Yeah, it's really important to get back on that train after a mistake like that. You can let those mistakes eat you up and derail your entire round.
Duncan Schulz with a confident putt coming back, which is good to see. Thomas Gilbert makes his comeback putt as well. Andrew Henderson.
Oh, for birdie. A little bit of fence love helps Andrew to a birdie there. That'll help his round.
Hole 6, 309 feet, par 3. OB to the pond to his left. That shouldn't come into play, but the cart path on the right, and there's a cart path on the back side of this basket. So it does get a little bit tight on the back side of this basket, but the basket is well protected by the trees here. This is a placement shot to say most players will try to get it right at the bottom of this hill and have it skip up to the basket.
One of the easier holes on the course this day, I suspect, as well, with the wider fairway and less prevalent OV. And oh my, Andrew throws it perfectly.
Making it look easy, Andrew Henderson. Casey Hanemayer.
Maybe going a little bit too overstable to compensate for that wind.
Thomas Gilbert up next. He gets to the bottom of the hill. Looks like he's probably in circle 1.
Yeah, circle's edge for sure. And Duncan showing off a little bit of that spin as he throws one off the pole.
Hits the pole. Casey Hanemayer. This looks like it's another circle's edge putt. And he makes it.
Nice conversion for Casey.
That's 2 in a row for Casey, getting off the schneid.
And probably the most obstructed putt we've seen from the group, so rising to the challenge.
Thomas Gilbert makes his birdie putt. And these should just be tap-ins for Andrew and Duncan. Looks like we have ourselves a star frame.
Yeah.
Always nice to see, especially on a windy day like this one. We'd like to thank all our Patreons for their support. It means a lot to us. Without your guys' help, we couldn't be doing what we're doing now. Hole 7, 371 feet, par 3. That cart path on the right-hand side is OB, as well as this pond area to the left. It's looking dry right now, but you still want to avoid it. This hole is pretty straightforward. It's a nice straight shot, and we'll see how it goes with the wind, though.
Yeah, keeping something that straight, that long in the wind can be tough, regardless of how well these guys are throwing the disc. I suspect we'll probably see birdies and pars. I don't think it'll be bogey territory unless there's a big miscalculation from any of these guys.
Andrew Henderson pulls it to the right. Looks like he stays out of bounds and back into the fairway.
Hey, gives himself about 70 foot to the basket. That's not so bad. Almost ate my words with the big calculation, but you can see that Andrew, really wanted to play aggressive there. Casey also getting
nice and low, but looks like it's going to leak out left.
Yep. That's maybe just a little bit miss on the aim part because that was a dead straight shot.
He'll have a tough putt from there because he's going to have those trees in the way.
Yeah, maybe something from a knee or a chip around.
Thomas Gilbert. He's making this one look real good. He's on the basket.
Wow.
And a beautiful shot from Thomas.
That is how you play the hole.
That's what this crowd came out here to see.
I'm kind of surprised to see Duncan playing sidearm.
Oh, and he pulls it left. Looks like it went long. He went long. He's inbounds.
Wow. Getting away with one there.
Let's see what he has for an upshot. Not a lot. Nice and low.
Yeah, Duncan playing that perfectly.
Henderson.
Ooh! Great run from Andrew.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite the 70 feet I suspected, but a great run nonetheless. Casey battling his way through these branches.
Very obstructive.
Yeah, he didn't have anything from a knee either. Almost a bogey concession, if not trying to play through this tree. And still has a tough putt. Just a little
low. Tom's Gilbert. Where's birdie? Oh, he's low as well.
And some cage. Maybe some calculating for the wind gone wrong there, but I hate seeing that. When a drive is thrown that deserves a birdie, and I think that was a drive that did deserve a birdie, and then to dink it off the cage just hurts your heart a little bit more.
Yeah, that's for sure. Andrew Henderson taps in his par. Hole 8. This one is taken from the cart path. Everything after the drive on the cart path is OB. There is a river to the right that is also OB, so if you pull it to the right, you're in danger. As you can see here, it gets a little tight with these trees, and if you are off your line, it can be tough.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they play this one. It's a left to right moving shot, but not one that necessarily shapes up too well for a sidearm. Immediately seeing Andrew go to the backhand as I suspected. I guess the big thing is not to be early, because if you hit these early trees, you are surrounded by OB and very tight to that cart path already.
Yeah, and he hits the fairway on that left side. He should have an open shot to the basket. Thomas Gilbert. Looks like he mashes this one. Will hold the line. Dumps out left.
Yeah.
Long left.
Playing a stable disc flex shot helps you get that shape and fight the wind a little bit at the same time. Duncan going a little more direct here. And
He's in bounds. Middle of fairway, I believe.
I'm not sure if that was a kick off the right side trees.
Thought I heard a kick. Oh my God. Casey Hanemayer. Oh, he pulls this one.
Yeah, Casey said it best. Oh my God. Another obstructed spot for Casey and a tough out again.
That's a good out from there, but he's still got a long way to the basket.
Yeah, that's looking like a deep circle 2 or circle 3 situation.
Here's Duncan with that touch. Nice touchy backhand into the circle 1.
Yeah, it's really impressive to see Duncan's touch for a guy that's known as a power thrower. The way he can power down and throw that frisbee type shot is really impressive.
Casey Hanemayer lays it up, and Andrew Henderson will do the same. They are right under the basket. Thomas Gilbert. Looks like he's about 50 feet from here. Tease it up.
51.
51 feet.
It's a great conversion for Thomas in the wind like that.
Huge putt. Duncan picks up his par. Casey Hanemayer taps in his bogey, and Andrew Henderson will tap in his par. After a second. Didn't want to fall forward. Hole 9, the shortest hole and possibly the easiest one on the course. 171 feet, par 3. It's just a little shot. There's not much else to say about it. Just around the water tank here. And, This should be pretty routine for these guys.
Yeah, this is not the only must get, but definitely probably the most of the must gets on the course. Just a stable putter or mid-range shot around the concrete.
Yeah, it looks like these guys typically do what Thomas is doing here with the standstill. Thomas does a little
Thomas
jump
goes
putt
for the
in.
jump putt. And looks like he makes circle's edge.
Yep. It is still windy here, and there is the river is OB on the right-hand side, so an errant shot can be trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I mentioned the mid-range. I wouldn't be surprised to see some flat gator shots over the putter hyzer. But Duncan confident.
Duncan, hits the basket.
Rightly so, off the cage. What a shot from Duncan Schulz. Casey throwing more stable disc with a light flex on it by the looks of it.
And he'll be right beside Andrew here. And he gets the birdie putt. Almost accidentally picks up Casey's disc. Casey Hanemayer for his birdie.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get this one after his off the fairway troubles in the last couple holes. And he does. Oh, almost snuck out the back on that veteran. But sticks just enough to get Casey the 2.
Duncan Schulz, after going off the basket, narrowly missing the ace. Oh,
And
no.
Wow, a splash out off the pole by the looks of it. Maybe just a little too much pace for that putt and that height.
Thomas makes no mistake.
That's
unfortunate.
that one from Duncan. That hurts. And I've been there. And that's when you start blaming equipment and baskets and wind and all sorts of stuff. But sometimes it doesn't always go your way. Hopefully Duncan has a short memory. He's on a pretty decent round so far, and hopefully he can continue that into the back 9.
Yes, as we're saying that's our 9-hole wrap up. We have Thomas Gilbert at neg 4, Andrew Henderson at neg 3, and Casey Hanemayer struggling at +1 or +2, and Duncan Schulz just a little bit ahead of him at -1. All right, and after 9 holes, we have Thomas Gilbert and Stuart McKissick at neg 4 at the top, Andrew Henderson, Olivier Cote at neg 3, Chance Dad, Sylvain Verrier, neg 2. Shout out to Sylvain. He had an ace on hole 9, the hole that we just saw. So unfortunately, Duncan didn't make it, but Sylvain did. Speaking of Duncan, he is tied with Benjamin Atkinson at neg 1, Joel Bellavance at even, and of course, Casey Hanemayer is a little bit further down the scoreboard at +2. So hopefully Casey can rebound in the back half, and these guys are providing some entertaining disc golf through these windy conditions. It's nice to see these guys doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. And anything can happen in the wind. Casey's +2 on the front 9 might be met with a 6 down on the back 9, and Thomas's 4 down could dissolve on the back 9 with some more exposed holes. We'll see how it plays out in just a minute.
All right. See you on the next one.